Hi everyone, good evening and welcome. So we're just going to wait for maybe a minute to let people join in. If you've joined in, you can just drop me a hi so that I know you're here. Okay. So for those of you who don't know me, I am Astha Gulati. I'm a radical facilitator, mentor, a healer, a choreographer. And today we're going to be doing some radical readings and insights for the victim in us. Okay. Hi Smriti. Hi Bhavya. Hi Swati. Hello Chani. Okay. Lovely. Hi Animi. All right. Okay. So let's begin. So today, I thought we will try and connect to that part of us which often ends up feeling like a victim. Now, a victim, it needn't just be someone who has been outrightly victimized. Of course, that is a very important aspect as well. But most of us, um, more often than not, end up playing poor me, playing um, the role of a doormat. So many times we live with this belief that everyone takes me for granted, or walks all over me, or um, the world is so unfair towards me, and so on and so forth. And I'm not saying that there aren't incidents that could have validated that belief, but without even knowing, we start living that belief and we start manifesting that belief more and more. And as a result, we crystallize that victim personality in us even more and keep saying yes to playing the victim. And without even realizing, so many of us also start to have these tiny, tiny positive associations with playing the poor me. Now, you can obviously ask me, like, what do you mean? Like, how can a victim have a positive association or a belief, right? Um, a lot of us equate getting attention and sympathy from people through playing the victim. A lot of us equate love as a package deal with victimization. A lot of us believe that every time we are victimized, we become stronger. And so on and so forth. We somewhere agree to saying yes to the victim. So today, instead of um, trying to refolder or even try to even reorganize the victim personality in us, let's get a message from that personality. Because underneath everything that we go through, we now understand that there is a brilliance, there is a reason. And somewhere that personality or that part of us is trying to tell us something, is trying to reach out and um, ask us to maybe embrace a certain facet. So, for instance, maybe the brilliance behind the victim in you is so that you can stay humble. Maybe the brilliance of the victim in you is so that you can empathize with other people who have gone through trauma and help them. Maybe the brilliance of the victim personality in you is so that you are very, very mindful the moment a perpetrator comes into someone else's space. Maybe the need for the victim in you is so that you can dive deeper into healing other people. There are so many reasons. But somewhere the victim personality is also trying to tell us something that listen, do this, address me like this, so that I'm no longer a crutch in your life. Because we all have these three personalities in us. We all have a victim in us, we all have a perpetrator in us, we all have a rescuer in us. It really, really depends on how we are channeling each personality, right? If you have any questions so far, feel free to please put that out, okay? So I just thought that maybe first, as a group, let's come together and do a few readings for the victim consciousness. More so because I think all of us are going through that a lot more these days with the whole helplessness that the situation around us also creates. It's very easy to go into that space and be like, we are so helpless, we don't know what's going on, everything is out of our control, and quite a few setbacks happen. So I thought we'll first do something as a group, and then of course we go back to you guys putting your names on the comment box, and we can do individual readings as well. Okay. All right, so let's please begin. Let's please take a moment to close our eyes. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in a lot of positivity, a lot of faith, a lot of love. And breathe out any limiting thoughts, beliefs, patterns. Breathe in awareness and breathe out biases and judgments. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And then return to normal breathing. And in this space, please connect to your highest consciousness. Connect to that part of you which has tapped into the awareness and brilliance of your life the way it is at this moment. Connect to radical consciousness and request upon the presence and guidance of masters, healing angels, healing masters, and in this space, with this connection, with this guidance, slowly, whenever you are ready, let's pay heed and acknowledge the victim consciousness. And we're going to now start with some radical readings for the victim consciousness. For some people, it is natural to worry about the future and remain concerned about the future. Being worried and concerned could become a way of life, and you don't even realize that you're carrying this unnecessary baggage. All these concerns and worries rarely help in any case. In fact, they tend to add to the undesirable manifestations because you meditate on possibilities which are unwanted and undesirable, and inadvertently you manifest them. What can work for you is implicit faith in the goodness of all that is. If you and others were looked after in the past, why would you not be looked after in the future? Everything, every incident, including the possibility of death, carries an inherent embedded brilliance. Why resist and be burdened by the unnecessary habit of worries and concerns? We admit our future worries and concerns under the loving care of radical consciousness. We admit our future worries and concerns under the loving care of radical consciousness. We admit our future worries and concerns under the loving care of radical consciousness. We archive our need to feel victimized due to our worries and concerns. We archive our need to feel victimized due to our future worries and concerns. We archive our need to feel victimized due to our future worries and concerns. It does require courage and faith to be your genuine self when it comes to close relationships. There is a natural impulse to be defensive or at least mask the vulnerability so that you do not get hurt or feel exploited or harmed in any way. Your defensive approach can create an invisible wall and create a barrier in relationships. You cannot enjoy intimacy in your relationships by masking and disregarding your vulnerability. Acknowledge that you are vulnerable. Be prepared for the possibility of hurt. When you guard yourself against hurts, you're also guarding yourself against the possibility of love. After all, what hurts you most is your response and not really what happens in the relationships. Be resilient like that grass blade. When there are stormy situations, and swing with the relationship waves to get the best out of your relationships. We admit our strength of acknowledging our vulnerability under the loving care of radical consciousness. We admit our strength of acknowledging our vulnerability under the loving care of radical consciousness. We admit our strength of acknowledging our vulnerability under the loving care of radical consciousness. We make our vulnerability our strength. We make our vulnerability our strength. We make our vulnerability our strength. We archive our need to feel victimized due to our own defenses and masks. We archive our need to feel victimized due to our own defenses and masks. We archive our need to feel victimized due to our own defenses and masks. It is important for you to remain cheerful, irrespective of the challenges and possible adversities faced on your path, leading to the manifestation of your vision. Not necessarily everything would happen the way you would dream and idealize. However, it is your determination to remain cheerful irrespective of outer circumstances and people's responses, which will eventually turn the situation as well as people in your favor. Please ensure that you do not postpone or avoid the manifestation because of your anticipation of going through adversities, which will take away your cheerfulness. If you are willing to be cheerful, no one can make you upset. You are gifted with an opportunity to remain cheerful irrespective of the outer circumstances. We admit our sadness under the loving care of radical consciousness. We admit our sadness under the loving care of radical consciousness. We archive our victimized feeling due to our sadness. We archive our victimized feeling due to our sadness. We archive our victimized feeling due to our sadness. We archive our victimized feeling due to our sadness. It is possible and safe to remain cheerful and happy irrespective of outer circumstances. It is possible and safe to remain cheerful and happy irrespective of outer circumstances. It is possible to remain cheerful and happy irrespective of outer circumstances. And with that, slowly start coming back into the here and now. And we move on to doing individual readings with the intent of what is the victim personality in us trying to tell us. Okay, so you can start putting down your names in the comment box, and I will do readings for each one of you individually with the question in mind as what is the victim personality in us? So in each one of us trying to tell us. Let's get an understanding of that as well. Okay. All right. So I'll wait for your names before we start. Oh, Chandini. All right. I'm waiting for you. Right easy growth chakra. For most individuals, there is a deep association of adversities with better performance. In order to enhance performance, inadvertently, adversities are manifested by their subconscious mind. Metaphorically, your life could be like a lotus which blooms in spite of and because of the tough, difficult, or unpleasant background situations. There could be a deep association of adversities, rough times, and challenges in personal and professional life with better performance and growth. If you recognize and resolve this association, you can easily and effortlessly receive all that you wish to receive and still grow and evolve in life well. If you correctly realign the resources, you will also receive them effortlessly and easily. So, this is the message the personality in you is trying to convey. Okay. So, I receive in an easy, simple, and effortless manner. Okay. Also, since we're doing it for the victim, just say I R5 my association of victimization with struggles and adversities. Okay. All right. Thank you. Smriti, reading for you. You may be a professionally or socially dedicated personality with a subtle intent to give the best to your relationships. However, it could also be possible that your loved ones seek you more than what you are achieving through your hard work. How about taking life a bit easier? And how about taking a periodic and frequent break to unwind so that you recharge and give yourself, your professional and personal life, and your relationships the much needed quality time? So, somewhere the victim in you is trying to tell you that there is a need for rejuvenation so that you can spend some quality time in your relationships, maybe professional, personal, or even with your own self. Okay. So, I periodically relax and reinvent myself. Periodically relax and reinvent myself. Also, I R5 my association of the victim in me with either struggles or hard work or being critical. See which one works. Okay, see what resonates. All right. Gautami, refined response chakra. Reminder to respond in a constructive way to current challenges in life. It is your response rather than the situation which could be your real difficulty. If you can explore the possibility of refined ways to respond to the current situation, you will definitely have an easier way out, as the current situation is invited by your higher consciousness to teach you how to respond in a refined manner. The victim personality is saying somewhere that there needs to be a little more refined response to something that you could be going through. When you start to do that, the victim personality in you will settle down. I respond to the current situation in a refined way or a refined manner. Also, IR5, my association of the victim in me with, you might want to say, my reactions is what is coming in my space, or my impulsive reactions. See if you can disassociate the two. Okay, you can let me know if that resonates. All right, Swati, message for you. You and all that you experience around you are eventually a brilliant extension of the ultimate consciousness. They are designed to serve a unique purpose and a role play in your life. Even if you feel you do not appreciate their presence and contribution, they deserve to be honored. The same is applicable to you as well as all aspects of your being. That includes your body, each and every body part, like your organs, skin, hair, and teeth. They are here to play their parts in your existence to the fullest, and they deserve due honor from you. This is the left honor chakra. So, this is a reminder, the victim personality is saying, reminder to honor yourself and others. I treat myself, my body, and all around me with due honor. I R5 my association of the victim in me with dishonor. Okay, see how that feels for you. Thank you. It resonates, Gautami. Okay, lovely. All right. Moving on, Pravina, a reading for you. Irrespective of your social or professional position, if you feel you do not have a say in the matter when you give all that you're giving, contributing, or imparting, the energy at the base of the thumb could sometimes get disturbed. This can be due to past perceptions or beliefs. However, it would be a good idea to rise above the beliefs and say yes to all that you would like to contribute, give, and impart in life. Yes, you do have a say in the matter in all that you choose to give. You have an inherent potential which can empower you to have a say in the matter as you impart, give, or contribute in the manner that you wish to. However, sometimes due to borrowed beliefs and self limiting ideas, you are unable to do as you wish, and it is time to re examine your core beliefs and address them effectively. Know that you are the boss in your space and enjoy prominence and eminence there. You choose what you want to give or contribute, how you want to give or contribute, and when and where you want to give or contribute. So, this is the governance chakra, the left governance chakra. Reminder to be the boss as you, somewhere the victim personality in you is now saying, be the boss as you contribute and you decide how and when you want to contribute. Okay. I govern my contribution by being the boss in my setup. Also work with IR5, my association of the victim in me with domination or with feeling dominated or with feeling that I don't have a say in the matter. Maybe you can just articulate that a little better. Okay? All right. Barinder, a reading for you. Yeah, Smriti, I feel the reading is out of escapism, even when I got the message. Hang on, hang on. I'll do another reading for you. Okay, Barinder, first reading for you. Left confession chakra, Barinder. Reminder to humbly admit your mistakes whenever needed. So, what if you made a mistake? No one is born perfect and super talented. You learn through trial and error. Admitting that you have made mistakes opens up the possibility of future rectification. What would it take if you simply confess to yourself and admit that you made a mistake? So, the victim in you is somewhere saying, be okay to say that you admit you made a mistake. Life will really be a lot easier than having to pretend that you didn't and then mask it. Okay. I admit my mistakes to myself and remain open to future rectifications. Okay. IR5, my association of the victim in me with being righteous. Right? Okay. Deepa, message for you. Got it. Thanks, Asta. I resonate. This reading feels like a reminder. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, Deepa. Deepa, different people have different careers. Students have a career of studies. A housewife has a career of managing a house. A businessman has a career of managing a business. Whichever career you are in, somewhere you need to remain open to give and contribute in that. Maybe a skill set, maybe love, maybe care, maybe time, knowledge, or anything else that is required from you to boost your career. Know that you have and you can contribute, impart, give, or deliver in your career and open up to give freely. This could give a boost to your career, and this in turn will lead to fulfillment. You will be rewarded for your contribution in direct or indirect manner. Okay, so somewhere the victim is asking you to contribute a little more in your career, whatever career means for you. I contribute my best in my occupation. Okay. Also, work with IR5 by association of victimization in my career. See how that feels for you. Okay. All right, Pravina, done. Bhavya. Okay, for you. Given a choice, what are you likely to choose? Aware acceptance or neutral observation? So many activities could be going on in your peripheral space and not necessarily in your domain. Not all of them are acceptable or pleasant in nature, and yet you cannot do much about them because you may not have a say in the matter. When you dislike them and become uncomfortable with them, it does not bring in any transformation in what you can see from the corner of your eyes. Perhaps the circumstances which are not in your domain or control zone are best accepted for what they are with awareness and grace. Even if you cannot accept them with due awareness, it would be a good idea for you to choose to remain a neutral observer to what you can see and perceive from the corner of your eyes. Somewhere the victim in you is saying, be a neutral observer to that which you cannot control. Maybe your need to control and bring that change is what is actually making you feel like a victim. Okay? I choose to remain a neutral observer to what I can see or perceive in my periphery. Okay? IR5, my association of the victim in me with sensitivity to my peripheral happenings or environment. Okay? All right. Thank you, Barinder. All right, Smriti, I'm just going to do one more reading for you because I do feel that this reading was a little out of escapism. So I'm going to check what you need to tap into through the victim personality. Okay, the brilliance. Let's see what comes up. The ultimate reward for you in a given situation is the true recognition and divine acceptance of who you are on an ongoing basis. You need to learn to persistently and effectively address your egotism, pride, righteousness by recognizing your shortcomings, which you may have attempted to mask behind defensive walls. Okay, so if I join the dots to the two readings, somewhere there could be an association that relaxation is taken as, the periodic breaks are taken as a defense to mask your shortcomings or egotism or pride. When you begin to accept yourself and the divinity in you on an ongoing basis, including your shortcomings, the need to take a break or the difficulty in coming back from a break will be lesser because you're not doing it as a defense. So the brilliance of the victim in you is actually to start embracing those shortcomings that make you feel like a victim. Does that make sense? Now it feels a little more settled. Okay. All right, everyone. I hope we all resonated with our readings. If there is something on your mind, there's a query, you can definitely either drop it in the comment box right now or you can message me later. Work with your affirmation, work with R5ing the association, and instead of fighting the victim personality, keep trying to embrace and understand what it is trying to tell you. Okay? All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. I will see you all soon. Next week, you will have someone else doing readings for you. So every Thursday, we will try and go on our YouTube and Facebook Live. And every Tuesday, we will try and go for a Clubhouse Live. Okay, so you can keep an eye out on the schedule either on our Instagram or Facebook page. Thank you. Take care. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. Okay, it makes sense. All right.